Good morning, YouTube, family and friends. Welcome back to another Daily Scuttlebutt with Ivy's Family Factotum. So I think the kiddo is going to be a little upset today because she forgot her drink. So we allow her to have at least one of those about every couple weeks. Normally we try to do only one a month, but yeah, dropped her off at school and she was too busy texting her boyfriend that she ran out the truck real quick and didn't take her drink. Wah, wah, wah. C'est la vie. I guess I get a new monster. Nah, I'll take it home and I'll put it back in the refrigerator and she'll have it for tomorrow. It is what it is. So, happy Monday. As you can, I don't know, might be able to see, it's a little overcast today. It's kind of just blah, blah, and blah. We have more rain. More rain's coming. Got more rain tomorrow. I don't necessarily think it's going to rain today, but it's supposed to have more rain tomorrow. And then I think even more rain after that, coming towards the end of the week, going into Friday and Saturday. So, like I said, previously, trailer, everything's just about done, with the exception of just a few little minor things. Trailer, RV, and stuff is ready to move, other than waiting on weather. So, I don't know. It might even come down to where if we can get that front part of where like the main driveway is going to be, if we can get that main part knocked down and get it to where it's not so steep of an angle to bring that trailer in, we might even just have to do that instead of waiting on the weather. Because where the trailer sits, I mean, coming from the road to get to where the pad is a very short distance. And that whole area would be fine bringing the trailer and the truck and all that stuff in, even if it's rained. But being able to smooth that out and then get like a layer of rocks and stuff in is crucial to be able to bring the trailer in there. It would still be a tight turn, I would think. I mean, I know my buddy said that he'd be able to do it. But it would take a significant amount of dirt work. Like, we would have to bring in dirt from another area of the property to put there, or even knocking it down, because it's going from where the road is to where the RV pad is. I mean, it's a good 4 to 5 foot drop. Easily. And just right there from the road because it's like a little hump, basically, because the whole road area, right? They grade the roads. So they have the big road grader, scraper thing. And the dirt, so the ditch is on the other side. So the way they orientate the blade, it causes all the dirt to pile up on our side. So in doing said, whenever they're scraping that, which I haven't seen him yet come right there in that area since we've been on the property, because I would like to be able to talk to him to see that, hey, instead of piling it up right here, try to keep that, clean or scraped down, and so it's not messing up the driveway. But whenever I get a chance to talk to him, I will. But yeah, being able to get that done, so that's just going to be a waiting game. So we're going to start working on other projects. Got a lot of trash. We had the Toyota, the Ford fully packed full of trash 2 days in a row, both Saturday and Sunday. And yeah, there's a lot of trash. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my gloves that I was using yesterday or something, but my truck smells like that musty, yucky, yeah. There's just so much garbage and just so much. Well, for one, I think like a colony of rats have been living there for so long that they've just have went through everything. And yes, I did have to dispatch a rat yesterday. I did that off camera, but just letting you know that yes, we did see one, and we had to dispose of that. So another one actually had ran out, and we didn't see where it went. So we did see two. I was able to dispatch one of them, and then yeah, I'm not gonna try to catch them to move them to someplace else to make them have to deal with it. So sorry, y'all, if you love rats, but I do not. The wife does not. So we are gonna do what we need to do to get rid of them. But yeah, so what's on the docket for today? I really don't know. So I need to make a few phone calls. I got some stuff that I need to do. We do have video coming out 3 o'clock today, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is going to show, kind of like what we were dealing with, because I was cleaning out, getting the little shop there ready to start moving all my blacksmithing stuff. So that's done. That's clean. That little outbuilding is cleaned out, tore down, and now I'm 100% ready to start moving all my blacksmith stuff over. Just getting that whole area cleaned up. Wow, my voice is changing. In my mid 40s, and I'm still going through puberty, I guess. No, the doors that were there. So, because it looked like there was another little addition that was on that had gotten ripped down or whatever, probably from a storm. And so what's left is they're on hinges. That's why I call them doors. And it looks like they originally were a set of doors until they made it an addition, and then they turned the doors into walls and they put like a roof and stuff on. But over the years, that had been demolished because a storm had ripped off the roof of that. So now the doors / walls, right? They're kind of leaning and stuff, and they're just a safety issue. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that, get that done and cleaned up. And a lot of the employees are walking around picking up trash. I was like, what are they doing? But yeah, I see what they're doing, picking up trash. Oh, man. But yeah, I am super tired. We were just hot last night. Didn't have like the heater running, or at least I thought Gladys said that she put on the air conditioning just to get some air flowing. But we always have a fan on too. But both of us in our room were just hot, and it was just miserable sleeping is what it was. So today we're both kind of just groggy, and Gladys has already told me, it's like, I'm not doing nothing today. Not doing nothing today. Oh, yeah. But I do have to make a run though to the city, possibly. Well, I do need to go up there but I need to make an appointment first because I know that my custom orthotics that I went for it's a VA appointment. Those are ready for pickup, so I need to call them to schedule an appointment to get in there and get that finished. And then, but we also need to go up there to start picking up some supplies because I've kind of like priced stuff out here locally, and a lot of the pricing was a little high compared to what I can get it for in the city. But then you're also accounting for the time driving there and drive back, right? It's an hour drive there and an hour drive back. So that's 2 hours worth of driving plus gas and such. So you try to calculate that in, but it's one of those that if I need to go there regardless for something else, while I am there, I also stop off at the other stores, get those things that I need at that cost, right? So it's kind of killing two birds with one stone type thing, because we need to start getting the stuff for our electrical, for the power poles and such, for the RV and for cabins and such. And then I need to also start looking into pricing out lumber and such like that for the base of Mom and Dad's cabin, which they are coming after Easter. So I thought they were going to be here this weekend, but they're actually coming up for their first visit in 2 weeks, I think. 2 weeks. So they'll be here for Gladys's surgery because she's going and finally getting her partial hysterectomy done. And so Mom and Dad will be here to help take care of the girls because that's going to be an overnight. So we actually have to go the day before, stay the night there at the hospital. Well, not at the hospital. It's like VA is actually paying for that first night for the hotel. And it's right up the street. And then we'll basically go in for the appointment because we got to be there. And that VA clinic is like over 2 hours away. So we have to be there at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And gets to do all the prep stuff. And then she'll have her surgery. And then they take us up and we actually stay at the hospital that night. And then in the morning, they'll go and see how she's doing. And then we'll be able to leave from there. So, yeah. So it'll be a stay in the hotel and then an overnight stay in the hospital. And then we'll be able to come home. Fun times. Which the rooms, so, and everybody knows staying in a hospital, as the non-patient, that they don't have the most accommodating things to sleep on. So the second night's going to be fun. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be sore. And I know Gladys is going to be sore going through the surgery. And but she's excited to finally get this done because she is one of those types of females that has the PCOS, so has the pain associated with that, and she's ready for that to be gone. That way, she no longer has those pains. So, yeah, she's excited for that. It's going to be the road to recovery, so just keep her, in your prayers and thoughts and all those things. Just doing that. And that's going to be in a few weeks. So, oh, yeah. And then we also want to start, because we're also looking into also getting a storm shelter. Because the property where we're at, even though we've talked to like a few of the neighbors in the area, we don't really have a location to go for, major storms or tornadoes and stuff like that. So we are going to be looking into getting a storm shelter, but we need to get the supplies first, because we are actually putting down, it's going to be one of the exterior shelter rooms, because we need it big enough roughly for like 10 people, because we need to be able to have me, Gladys, the girls, mom and dad, my mom and grandma, and then, if for whatever reason we have a couple visitors, we need 10 to 12 people. So yeah, because we got a pretty decent sized family, and it's going to be a pretty decent sized family living on the property, eventually. So with that, we need to get the bigger one, and it's costly, but it will definitely be worth it. So it's one of the exterior safe rooms that is steel. I do prefer the steel ones over the concrete ones, but it needs to go onto a slab. And they gave me like 3 different options of the slabs that it can go on, and I think for cost effectiveness, it is the largest of the slabs, in dimension, but it's nowhere near, because if we do the smaller slab, that's just the size of the unit, because the unit itself is only like a 6x8, but that's enough to hold, those amount of people. And if you did the 7x9 slab, it has to be like 3 feet thick. I'm like, no. So it's all together, it's like 7 yards of concrete of what we needed for the other slab, and it's like a 12x20 or 12x20. I don't know. It's 12x24, I think. So it's still a decent sized slab, and that has to be like 7 inches thick. So they're looking for weight, right? It's the biggest part about the slab portion of where the shelter mounts to is weight. So that's what we're looking at doing, is getting the bigger slab, being able to put the storm shelter there. But we're also thinking of doing it in the area where the kids' little plaything is going to be, because they can be kind of side by side. We can add like a little roof structure to everything, and it looks like, it'll look like a different little house type thing. But anyway, those are things that we're going to be working on. I'm still working on a bridge. I'm still doing those things. But I'm coming up on the end of my time before my phone will shut down on itself. So we definitely appreciate you guys for following the journey. Check all those links that I normally put down in the description. It's greatly appreciated. It does help. And remember, last but not least, remember to always thank a veteran at every chance you get. Not only on Veterans Day, and we'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.